Ram Ram. Sarvebhyah hritpurvaka namaskaraha. Swagatam. Welcome to class 36 of Soundaryalahari Parayanabhyasaha. Learn to chant Soundaryalahari of Adi Shankaracharya. So we have completed 88 verses so far. We will be learning the next 4 verses today. And after today's class, as usual, we will have a revision session of 81 to 90 in the next class, following which we will be learning the remaining 8 verses. So I hope you all are practicing for the assessment. We will have both reading and memorization assessment. So I hope you all have started practice for that. Welcome once again and welcome to our panelists for today. We have 3 of them, Shivani, Prithvi and Vihan, who will be helping us with the Anucharanam. So as usual, we will begin with Guru Vandanam, Mangala Shlokaha, and a quick revision of the verses we learnt in the previous class, followed by the new verses for today. Let us begin. Request all of you to please sit up straight and chant the Guru Vandanam and Mangala Shlokaha along with me. Gurureva gatir gurumeva bhaje Gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave Na gurov paramam shishurasmi guroho Matirasti gurau mama pahi guro Shruti smriti purananamalayam karunalayam Namami bhagavat pada shankaram lokashankaram Soundaryalahari kartre sarvamangaladayine Shankaracharya varyaya yatirajayate namaha Shankarupena machittam pankikritamabhudyaya Kinkari yasya samaya Shankaracharyamashreye Shivashaktya yuktaha Yadi bhavati shakta prabhavitum Na chede devaha Na khalu kushalaspanditum Atastvamadhyam Harihara virinchadibhirapi Pranantum stotum va Kathamakrita punya prabhavati Namo vakam brumaha Nayana ramaniyaya padayoho Tabasmai dvandvaya Sputaruchirasalaktakavate Asuyatyantam Yadabhihananaya sprihayate Pashunamishanaha Pramadavanakankelitarave Mrisha kritva gotraskhalanamath vailakshyamitam lalate bhartaram charanakamale tadayati te chiradantashyalyam dahana kritamunmulitavata tula kotik Kvanaihi kili kilitamishanaripuna Himani hantavyam Himagiri nivasaika chaturau निशायान् निद्राणं निशिचरमभागे च विशदौ वरं लक्ष्मीपात्रं श्रियमतिसृजन्तौ समयिनां सरोजं त्वत्पादौ जननि जयतश्चित्रमिह किम् पदन्ते कीर्तीनां प्रपदमपदं देवि विपदां कथन्नीतं सद्भिः कठिनकमठीकर्परतुलां कथं वा बाहुभ्याम् उपयमनकाले पुरभिदा यदा दायन्यस्तं दृशदि दयमानेन मनसा. Okay, so let us learn from the 89th verse. Prithvi, please unmute and share your webcam. Nakhairnakastrinam
Nakhairnakastrinam
Karakamalasangkocha shashibhihi
Karakamalasangkocha shashibhihi Karakamalasangkocha shashibhihi
Tarunan divyanam
Tarunan divyanam
Hasata ivate chandi charanau
Hasata ivate chandi charanau Hasata ivate chandi charanau
Phalani swasthebhyah
Phalani swasthebhyah Phalani swasthebhyah
Kisalaya karagrena dadatam
Kisalaya karagrena dadatam Kisalaya karagrena dadatam
Daridrebhyo bhadram
Daridrebhyo bhadram Daridrebhyo bhadram
Shriyamanishamanhaya dadatau
Shriyamanishamanhaya dadatau Shriyamanishamanhaya dadatau.
Tamam. Nakhairnakastrinam. Khai is Mahaprana. Second ka is Alpaprana. Nakhairnakastrinam Karakamala Sankocha Shashibhihi. Bhi is Mahaprana. Tarunam Divyanam. Anuswara here followed by Di. You could optionally combine the Sandhi and chant it as Tarunan Divyanam. Or it is also correct to chant the Anuswara completely as Tarunam Divyanam. Hasata ivate chandi charanau. Phalani. Pha. So you all will be knowing by now, we don't say fa in Sanskritam. It is pha, phalam. Phalani swasthebhyah. So there is a dvitvam here. The s is doubling. Phalani swasthebhyah. So when you chant together, this second s is heard before swasthebhyah, dvitvam there. And the and bha are Mahapranas. Kisalaya karagrena dadatam. Daridrebhyo, again note the dvitvam, daridra. So when you say daridrebhyo, this d is doubling before dre, dvitvam. So daridrebhyo bhadram. Two bhas here, Mahapranas. Shriya manisha manhaya dadatau. So we pronounce this as Shriya manisha manhaya and not as Shriya Manisha Mahnaya. This is an exception. Words like Brahma, Vanhihi, Janhavi. So though we write the ha as full and then the na there, we pronounce it as Shriya Manisha Manhaya. Okay, why this is so? Also in the very same session where we had discussed about Dvitvam with Dr. Soumya Krishnapur, I've shared that I think a couple of times with all of you on email. It's there on YouTube, Venkateshwara Suprabhatam course of Vyoma, pronunciation, Vyakarana aspects of pronunciation. In the very same session, Soumya Bhagini has discussed in detail why we pronounce these words in that way. So those who are interested can go through that. Now we will do one pada, that is one quarter at a time. Nakhairnakastrinam karakamala sankocha shashibhihi.
Nakhairnakastrinam karakamala sankocha shashibhihi. Nakhairnakastrinam karakamala sankocha shashibhihi.
Tarunan divyanam hasata ibate chandi charanau.
Tarunan divyanam hasata ivate chandi charanau. Tarunan divyanam hasata ivate chandi charanau.
Phalani swasthebhyah kisalaya karagrena dadatam.
Phalani swasthebhyah kisalaya karagrena dadatam. Phalani swasthebhyah kisalaya karagrena dadatam.
Daridrebhyo bhadram shriyamanishamanhaya dadatau.
Daridrebhyo bhadram shriyamanishamanhaya dadatau. Daridrebhyo bhadram shriyamanishamanhaya dadatau.
Also here first word nakhair nakastrinam, dvitvam before strinam, the s is doubling, so please note that as well. Nakhair nakastrinam. We will do half a verse at a time now. Nakhair nakastrinam karakamala sankocha shashibhihi. Tarunan divyanam hasata ibate chandi charanau.
Nakhairnakastrinam karakamala sankocha shashibhihi. Tarunan divyanam hasata ivate chandi charanau. Nakhairnakastrinam karakamala sankocha shashibhihi. Tarunan divyanam hasata ivate chandi charanau.
Phalani swasthebhyah kisalaya karagrena dadatam. Daridrebhyo bhadram shriyamanishamanhaya dadatau.
Phalani swasthebhyah kisalaya karagrena dadatam. Daridrebhyo bhadram shriyamanishamanhaya dadatau. Phalani स्वस्थेभ्यः किसलयकराग्रेण ददतां दरिद्रेभ्यो भद्रां श्रियमनिशमन्हाय ददतौ.
Uttamam. Now the entire verse. Na khairnakastrinam karakamala sankocha shashibhihi tarunan divyanam hasata ivate chandi charanau phalani swasthebhyah किसलयकराग्रेण ददतां दरिद्रेभ्यो भद्रां श्रियमनिशमन्हाय ददतौ.
नखैर्नाकस्त्रीणां करकमलसङ्कोचशशिभिः तरूणान् दिव्यानां हसत इव ते चण्डिचरणौ फलानि स्वस्थेभ्यः किसलयकराग्रेण ददतां दरिद्रेभ्यो भद्रां श्रियमनिशमन्हाय ददतौ. नखैर्नाकस्त्रीणां करकमलसङ्कोचशशिभिः तरूणान् दिव्यानां हसत इव ते चण्डिचरणौ फलानि स्वस्थेभ्यः किसलयकराग्रेण ददतां दरिद्रेभ्यो भद्रां श्रियमनिशमन्हाय ददतौ.
Uttamam, Prithvi. So Bhadram, note that pronunciation of that word also. Bhadram, Dvitvam, the D is doubling. So many times, like I've said, when we pronounce, even though we don't consciously make an effort, the Dvitvam automatically comes when we are pronouncing words like this, Bhadram, etc. But it is good to be aware that there is a Dvitvam there also. So next verse, Shivani. ददाने दीनेभ्यः
ददाने दीनेभ्यः ददाने दीनेभ्यः
श्रियमनिशमाशानुसदृशीम्
श्रियमनिशमाशानुसदृशीम् श्रियमनिशमाशानुसदृशीम्
अमन्दं सौन्दर्यप्रकरमकरन्दम्
अमन्दं सौन्दर्यप्रकरमकरन्दम् अमन्दं सौन्दर्यप्रकरमकरन्दम्
विकिरति
विकिरति विकिरति
तवास्मिन्
तवास्मिन् तवास्मिन्
मन्दारस्तबकसुभगे
मन्दारस्तबकसुभगे मन्दारस्तबकसुभगे
यातु चरणे
यातु चरणे यातु चरणे
निमज्जन्मज्जीवः
निमज्जन्मज्जीवः निमज्जन्मज्जीवः
करणचरणषट्चरणताम्
करणचरणषट्चरणताम् करणचरणषट्चरणताम्
Uttamam. So let us see the Mahapranas and other things here. Dadane Dinebhyaha. Bha is Mahaprana. Shriya Manisha Mashanu Sadrishim. This is Dr, like Drishtihi, Kripa, Krishnaha. So we shouldn't say Dru. It is not Dru. It is Dr, Sadrishim. And next line, Amandam. Soundarya Prakara-makarandam. That entire thing is one word. So we don't stop after Soundarya. Okay, like usually we stop. We don't stop in this pada. Amandam Soundarya Prakara-makarandam. So here note the Dvitvam. Soundarya Prakara. The P is doubling. So Soundarya Prakara-makarandam Vikirati. Now here Anuswara followed by V. We could optionally chant it as Makarandam Vikirati. T is Hrasva, short. So we are not supposed to prolong it. Tavasmin. Again, we don't stop after Mandara. It is one word, compound word. Mandarastabaka Subhage. So note the Dvitvam again. This before Stabaka, S is doubling. So Mandarastabaka Subhage. Bha is Mahaprana. Yatu Charane. Nimajjan Majjivaha. Karana Charana Shat Charanatam. Note every letter clearly. Karana Charana Shat Charanatam. Okay, so now we will do one pada at a time. Dadane dinebhyaha shriyamani-shamashanu sadrishim.
Dadane dinebhyaha shriyamani-shamashanu sadrishim. Dadane dinebhyaha Shriyamani-shamashanu sadrishim.
Amandam Soundarya Prakara-makarandam Vikirati.
Amandam Soundarya Prakara-makarandam Vikirati. Amandam Soundarya Prakara-makarandam Vikirati.
Tavasmin mandarastabaka subhage yatu charane.
Tavasmin mandarastabaka subhage yatu charane. Tavasmin mandarastabaka subhage yatu charane.
Nimajjan majjivaha karana charana shat charanatam.
Nimajjan majjivaha karana charana shat charanatam. Nimajjan majjivaha karana charana shat charanatam.
Uttamam. We will do half verse at a time. Dadane dinebhyaha shriyamani-shamashanu sadrishim. Amandam Soundarya Prakara-makarandam Vikirati.
Dadane dinebhyaha Shriyamani-shamashanu sadrishim. Amandam Soundarya Prakara-makarandam Vikirati. Dadane dinebhyaha Shriyamani-shamashanu sadrishim. Amandam Soundarya Prakara-makarandam Vikirati.
Tavasmin mandarastabaka subhage yatu charane. Nimajjan majjivaha karana charana shat चरणताम्
तवास्मिन् मन्दारस्तबकसुभगे यातु चरणे निमज्जन्मज्जीवः करणचरणषट्चरणताम् तवास्मिन् मन्दारस्तबकसुभगे यातु चरणे निमज्जन्मज्जीवः करणचरणषट्चरणताम्.
Now we will do the entire verse. ददाने दीनेभ्यः श्रियमनिशमाशानुसदृशीम् अमन्दं सौन्दर्यप्रकरमकरन्दौ विकिरति तवास्मिन् मन्दारस्तबकसुभगे यातु चरणे निमज्जन्मज्जीवः करणचरणषट्चरणताम्
ददाने दीनेभ्यः श्रियमनिशमाशानुसदृशीम् अमन्दं सौन्दर्यप्रकरमकरन्दं विकिरति तवास्मिन् मन्दारस्तबकसुभगे यातु चरणे निमज्जन्मज्जीवः करणचरणषट्चरणताम् ददाने दीनेभ्यः श्रियमनिशमाशानुसदृशीम् अमन्दं सौन्दर्यप्रकरमकरन्दं विकिरति तवास्मिन् मन्दारस्तबकसुभगे यातु चरणे निमज्जन्मज्जीवः करणचरणषट्चरणताम्.
Uttamam. We will move to the next verse, 91. Vihan.
Ram Ram Ramam.
Ram 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 Vihan. Padanyasakreeda परिचयमिवारब्धुमनसः
पदन्यासक्रीडा परिचयमिवारब्धुमनसः पदन्यासक्रीडा परिचयमिवारब्धुमनसः
स्खलं तस्ते खेलम्
स्खलन्तस्ते खेलम् स्खलन्तस्ते खेलम्
भवनकलहं सा न जहति
भवनकलहं सा न जहति भवनकलहं सा न जहति
अतस्तेषां शिक्षाम्
अतस्तेषां शिक्षाम् अतस्तेषां शिक्षाम्
सुभगमणिमञ्जीररणित
सुभगमणिमञ्जीररणित सुभगमणिमञ्जीररणित
छलादाचक्षाणम्
छलादाचक्षाणम्
चरणकमलं चारुचरिते
चरणकमलं चारुचरिते चरणकमलं चारुचरिते.
Uttamam. So the first pada, like you all might have observed, it is one word, samasta padam. So we will not be able to split there. Padanyasa krida parichayamivarabdhu manasah. I will repeat it. Padanyasa krida parichayamivarabdhu manasah. Dhu is Mahaprana. Also, Padanyasa. Please note the Dvitvam there. Padanyasa. N is doubling. Similarly, krida. K is doubling there. Padanyasa krida. So the N and K, the Dvitvam there, it has to be heard. Parichayamivarabdhu manasah. Skalantaste. K is Mahaprana. Khelam. K is again Mahaprana here. Bhavana kalahamsa. Bha is Mahaprana. Na jahati. E hrasva. So we should not prolong it. Atastesham shiksham subhagamani manjira ranita. Bha is Mahaprana. Also, if you note, there is a hyphen here. So it is connected to the next line, meaning it is all one word. The first time I taught you splitting just to make it easier for you, but we are not supposed to pause here. So we chant it as Subhaga Mani Manjira Ranita Chalada Chakshanam. Okay, so I will repeat it. Subhaga Mani Manjira Ranita Chalada Chakshanam. Okay, so here we have to chant this third line and the fourth line together. Charana Kamalam Charu Charite. So Anuswara followed by Cha, we could optionally combine it as Charana Kamalan Charu Charite. Okay, I hope this is clear. We will do one pada at a time. Padanyasa krida parichayamivarabdhu manasah.
Padanyasa krida parichayamivarabdhu manasah. Padanyasa krida parichayamivarabdhu manasah.
Skalantaste khelam bhavana kalaham sana jahati.
Skalantaste khelam bhavana kalaham sana jahati. Skalantaste khelam bhavana kalaham sana jahati.
Atastesham shiksham subhagamani manjira ranita chalada chakshanam.
Atastesham shiksham subhagamani manjira ranita chalada chakshanam. Atastesham shiksham subhagamani manjira ranita chalada chakshanam.
Charana kamalan charu charite.
Charana kamalam charu charite. Charana kamalam charu charite.
Uttamam. We will do half words at a time. Padanyasa krida parichayamivarabdhu manasah. Skalantaste khelam bhavana kalaham sana jahati.
Padanyasa krida parichayamivarabdhu manasah. Skalantaste khelam bhavana kalaham sana jahati. Padanyasa krida parichayamivarabdhu manasah. Skalantaste khelam bhavana kalaham sana jahati.
Atastesham shiksham सुभगमणि मञ्जीररणितच्छलादाचक्षाणम् चरणकमलं चारुचरिते
अतस्तेषां शिक्षां सुभगमणिमञ्जीररणितच्छलादाचक्षाणम् चरणकमलं चारुचरिते अतस्तेषां शिक्षां सुभगमणिमञ्जीररणितच्छलादाचक्षाणम् चरणकमलं चारुचरिते.
Uttamam. We will do the entire verse now. Padanyasakkrida parichayamivarabdhumanasah skhalantaste khelam bhavanakalam sanajahati atastesham shiksham subhagamani manjiraranitat-chaladachakshanam charanakamalam charucharite.
Padanyasakkrida parichayamivarabdhumanasah skhalantaste khelam bhavanakalam sanajahati atastesham shiksham subhagamani manjiraranitat-chaladachakshanam charanakamalam charucharite. Padanyasakkrida parichayamivarabdhumanasah skhalantaste khelam bhavanakalam sanajahati atastesham shiksham subhagamani manjiraranitat-chaladachakshanam charanakamalam charucharite.
Uttamam, Vihan. Will you do the next one also, Vihan? Okay. The 92nd verse. Gataste manchatvam
Gataste manchatvam Gataste manchatvam
द्रोहिण हरिरुद्रेश्वरभृतः
द्रुहिण हरिरुद्रेश्वरभृतः द्रुहिण हरिरुद्रेश्वरभृतः
शिवस्वच्छच्छाया घटितकपटप्रच्छदपटः
शिवस्वच्छच्छाया घटितकपटी शिवस्वच्छच्छाया घटितकपटप्रच्छदपटः शिवस्वच्छच्छाया घटितकपटप्रच्छदपटः
त्वदीयानां भासाम्
त्वदीयानां भासां त्वदीयानां भासां
प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया
प्रतिफलनरागारुणितया
प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया, not ni, प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया.
प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया
शरीरी शृङ्गारः
शरीरी शृङ्गारः शरीरी शृङ्गारः
रस इव दृशान्दोग्धिकुतुकम्
रस इव दृशां दोग्धिकुतुकम् रस इव दृशां दोग्धिकुतुकम्
उत्तमम् गतास्ते manchattvam. Note the dvitvam, the t is doubling manchattvam. Okay, so gataste manchattvam druhina hari rudreshwara bhritaha. Bhr is mahaprana. Next line, like you noticed, we do not split, so please note each and every letter clearly. Shiva swachchaya ghatita kapata prachada pataha. I will repeat slowly once again. Shiva swachchaya ghatita kapata prachada pataha. You all might have noticed the dvitvams. Shiva swachchaya ghatita kapata prachada. So note the p doubling here. Prachada pataha. Tvadiyanam bhasam. Bha is mahaprana. Pratiphalana ragarunataya. Pha again is mahaprana here. Shariri shringaraha. Note the pronunciation of this word. It is shringaraha. It is not shrungara. It is shringaraha. Rasa iva drisham. Again here it is dr, not dru. Drisham dogdhi. Dhi is mahaprana kutukam. Here drisham dogdhi anuswara followed by the. You could optionally combine the anuswara, combine the sandhi and chant it as drishan dogdhi. Okay, drishan dogdhi or even drisham dogdhi is also correct. We will do one pada at a time now. Gataste manchattvam druhina hari rudreshwara bhritaha.
गतास्ते मञ्चत्वं द्रुहिणा हरिरुद्रेश्वरभृतः गतास्ते मञ्चत्वं द्रुहिणा हरिरुद्रेश्वरभृतः
शिवस्वच्छच्छाया घटितकपट प्रच्छदपटः शिवस्वच्छच्छाया घटितकपटप्रच्छदपटः शिवस्वच्छच्छाया घटितकपटप्रच्छदपटः त्वदीयानां भासां प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया
त्वदीयानां भासां प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया त्वदीयानां भासां प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया
शरीरी शृङ्गारः रस इव दृशान्दोग्धिकुतुकम्
शरीरी शृङ्गारः रस इव दृशां दोग्धिकुतुकम् शरीरी शृङ्गारः रस इव दृशां दोग्धिकुतुकम्.
Okay, now let us do half verse at a time. Gataste manchattvam druhina hari rudreshwara bhritaha shivasvachchaya ghatita kapata prachadapataha.
गतास्ते मञ्चत्वं द्रुहिण हरिरुद्रेश्वरभृतः शिवस्वच्छाया घटितकपटप्रच्छदपटः गतास्ते मञ्चत्वं द्रुहिण हरिरुद्रेश्वरभृतः शिवस्वच्छाया घटितकपटप्रच्छदपटः
त्वदीयानां भासां प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया शरीरी शृङ्गारः रस इव दृशान्तोऽग्धिकुतुकम्
त्वदीयानां भासां प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया शरीरी शृङ्गारः रस इव दृशां दोग्धिकुतुकम् त्वदीयानां भासां प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया शरीरी शृङ्गारः रस इव दृशां दोग्धिकुतुकम्.
Uttamam Dihan. Now I will chant the entire verse. Request Prithvi to chant once, and following which Shivani will chant the entire verse the second time. Okay? So let us do the entire verse now. Gataste manchakvam द्रुहिण हरिरुद्रेश्वर भृतः शिवस्वच्छाया घटित कपट प्रच्छदपटः त्वदीयानां भासां प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया शरीरी शृङ्गारः रस इव दृशान्तोऽग्धिकुतुकम्. पृथ्वी.
गतास्ते मञ्चत्वं द्रुहिण हरिरुद्रेश्वरभृतः शिवस्वच्छाया घटितकपटप्रच्छदपटः त्वदीयानां भासां प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया शरीरी शृङ्गारः रस इव दृशान्तोऽग्धिकुतुकम्.
Uttamam, Prithvi. Well chanted. Now Shivani, the entire verse.
गतास्ते मञ्चत्वं द्रुहिण हरिरुद्रेश्वरभृतः शिवस्वच्छाया घटितकपटप्रच्छदपटः त्वदीयानां भासां प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया शरीरी शृङ्गारः रस इव दृशान्तोऽग्धिकुतुकम्.
Uttamam, Shivani. Well chanted. So now all the 4 verses which we learned today, 89 to 92, then maybe I will spend a few minutes on the assessment. Some of you have asked me just the kind of assessment and what you will be assessed on. So let us begin revising from the 89th verse. Na khairna kastrinam karakamala sankocha shashibhiki tarunan divyanam hasata ibate chandi charanau phalani swasthebhyah kisalaya karagrena dadatam daridrebhyo bhadram shriyamanishamanhaya dadatau dadane dinebhyah श्रियमनिशमाशानु सदृशीं अमन्दं सौन्दर्य प्रकरमकरन्दं विकिरति तवास्मिन् मन्दारस्तबकसुभगे यातु चरणे निमज्जन्मज्जीवः करण चरण षट्चरणताम् पदन्यासक्रीडा परिचयमिवारब्धुमनसः स्खलं तस्ते खेलं भवनकलहं सा न जहति अतस्तेषां शिक्षां सुभगमणिमञ्जीररणितच्छलादाचक्षाणं चरणकमलं चारुचरिते गतास्ते मञ्चत्वं द्रुहिणहरिरुद्रेश्वरभृतः शिवस्वच्छच्छाया घटितकपटप्रच्छदपटः त्वदीयानां भासां प्रतिफलनरागारुणतया शरीरी शृङ्गारः रस इव दृशान्तोऽग्धिकुतुकम्. Okay, so let me see the questions. In the last verse we learned, that is 92nd verse, yes, you could combine and chant it as shariri shringaro rasa iva, but that is when you don't want to pause. If you pause like we are pausing, we have to split the sandhi. When you don't pause and chant it in one breath, you can chant shariri shringaro rasa iva drishantogdhi kutukam. So we are working towards providing the texts of each, whatever we teach in Vyoma, Soundaryalahari, Gita, etc. We are having this project in mind where we provide a text with combining the sandhi and by splitting the sandhi, so that it will become easier for even first-time learners to know how is it when we split and how it is when we combine. Okay, so that is something we are working towards. Hopefully we will give it to you quite soon. And that should be helpful. Like some of you have said, yes, very good panelists, Shivani, Prithvi and Vihan, like always, they've done a great job in assisting. They've also Charu, who is not here today. So the 4 panelists have been very consistent, and they've assisted us with the entire webinar. We have 8 verses left. So I'm also very grateful to them. And I'm sure all of you are as well. So thank you. And thank you all of you also for the continued interest and enthusiasm with which you all are participating. So the assessment dates are not yet decided. So generally we will have the assessment after we finish, after we complete the webinar within 2 months. So we do not want to prolong it very long after that. So within 2 months after we complete the webinar, we will have the assessment. We will announce it well in advance. So I will have a word with our team and we will decide on the dates and send it to you. So you will have 2 kinds of assessment like in any other chanting course. One is reading. So you can have the text with you and read. The other is memorization. So whether we will have only 100 memorization or whether we will have 50-50, we will again decide and get back to you. Definitely you will have all 100 memorization also. So you will be assessed on different parameters like spashtata, that is clarity in pronunciation, which includes alpa prana, mahaprana, dvitvam, splitting, combining the sandhi, hrasva, dirgha, short letter, long letter, and all these aspects which we teach you in class. So spashtata, and you will also have fluency, nirargalata. So that is there in both kinds of assessments, memorization and in reading. So fluency, like, to read fluently or to chant fluently without pauses or interruptions. So sometimes what happens when we read, we pause, we tend to see what the next letter is and then read, or we make a mistake, we get back and correct it ourselves. So fluency can be developed only by continuous practice, abhyasa, and of course, shravanam, listening to the recordings again and again. So make it a part of your daily routine. You have the recordings available on YouTube. Please keep listening. If you're listening to the class recording, you can also repeat with the panelists. Please make sure that you are learning correctly, because if you learn something wrong and it registers, then you have to unlearn that. So ensure you're doing the learning perfectly at the first instance itself. Like I always say, please be very slow when you start learning. These are long lines in each verse. So please go through each and every letter. You can start by reading it aloud and then listen to the recording, look at the text, and then learn reading or memorizing. So that is the second parameter, nirargalata. Then you will have raga. Of course, we encourage you all to follow the same tune, as in some of you had asked whether you can chant in each verse in a different raga in Carnatic music. See, while that is not wrong, that is really up to you. If you do so, we must ensure that we keep the hrasva, dirgha, and the words and the splitting accurate. Many a time while singing in a raga, the long letter, short letter difference, the splitting, combining, sandhi is not really paid attention to. So we would not want that. But in the assessment, I would request you all to stick to one tune and not change each raga. We will not be judged on the ragas of Carnatic music. So there is no need to change each raga for the assessment. You can follow the same tune we are following in class. And of course, for memorization assessment, you will be judged on memory. Generally, we do not give the verse number. We do not say 18th verse, 21st verse. We give you the starting word, like gataste for 92nd verse, for example. And you will be asked to continue. So you can continue 92nd, 93rd, 94th till the judges ask you to stop. So memory for memorization assessment will also be marked. Okay. We will announce the dates in a while. I'm just going through any other. Will there be revision classes? Yes, there we will plan a few revision classes. Next class is again individual chanting from 81 to 90. After we complete 100 also, we will have a few revision classes before the assessment. Unable to memorize, Lalita Bhagini, you can start now. Like I say, assessment is not really like an exam. It is just for us to have a goal and work towards it in a disciplined way. This is a lifelong sadhana. None of us are perfect. None of us know everything. There is so much to learn. So this is just a beginning. So even if you don't memorize, if you're unable to for the assessment date, it is okay. Please perfect yourself in reading. And for reading, yes, we will give in the sense we will not display the verses on the screen. You can have your own either soft copy or hard copy of the verses for reading assessment. We will not display on the screen for various reasons. We have taken a call. So we will not display on the screen. You can have your own script before you for the reading assessment. Can small children see and read? Yes, for the reading assessment, yes, Vaibhavi Bhagini, anyone, irrespective of age, anyone can see and read. But if the children are able to memorize, that would be great as well. Okay, Ratnadhar Mahodaya says that Sringeri Sharada Pitha website has the Soundaryalahari with all the sandhis combined. Yes. So the Sringeri website, official website of Sringeri Sri Sharada Pitham, has various stotrani by Adi Shankaracharya. Soundaryalahari is there as well. So whoever wants could download the PDF from there also. We have gone through that version also. So please, anyone wants to have the combined version, you could do that. Thank you, Mahodaya, for that suggestion. Aparna Bhagini, no, you don't have to clear memorization also to clear overall assessment. So there are two separate assessments. So you could either take part in reading or in memorization. So even if you complete reading assessment, you will be considered that you have completed the course for reading assessment. I think, if I'm not wrong, the marks what you have to get are 60% to be eligible for a certificate. But like I said, that is really not the goal, marks or anything like that, but just to attain perfection as much as possible. Ravi Mahodaya, we will be uploading updating the playlist of all the verses. Yes, I will check with our team and ask them to do that if it is not updated yet. Indira Bhagini, we will send out a Google form where you will have to register either for memorization or for reading assessment. So when we send out the form, at that stage, you will have to take a call and we will give you a few days before we close the registrations. So at that stage, you can decide which assessment you want to take. Ratnadhar Mahodaya, memory assessment, we will have one along with the reading assessment when we complete the course. But we have been receiving requests in other courses as well to have periodic memorization assessments after the course is completed. So yes, we are considering that, though I cannot confirm at this stage. We are considering having, say, every year or something like that. So those who want can memorize for the next memorization assessment. But like I said, we haven't confirmed on that, but yes, we are definitely considering it. So if you want, you could take the reading for now and keep memorizing and take up memorization at a later date, maybe when it is announced in a year or a couple of years. So all questions have been answered, I hope. We will, as usual, conclude with Shanti Mantraha. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Ram Ram Ram. Sarvebhyaha namaskaraha. Thank you very much. And thank you to our panelists also for assisting us. We will meet next class at the same time. Ram Ram Ram. Dhanyavadaha.